Good girl. How we doing, folks? Another little episode of me. Trying to break up all the solids, this focus on that, focus on that. It's kind of, this is what I'm doing today. As you can see around me, the post and fencing that I did have a compound originally due to making raised beds. I've taken it down because I'm not going to need that anymore because I'm having stuff off the ground, of which I've put an awful lot of that timber because it's kind of rotting down into the bottom of the first raised bed. And obviously when I set this up, the ground was at unlevel and it didn't really matter much. But now that I've got these beds, putting in new beds, trying to keep things level, what I decided to do, as you can see just here, is starting to just get the ground level so I can then build the rest of the raised beds. The excess soil I'm putting in the base as a layer just above the rotten wood, and then horse manure and compost on top. One bed, no horse manure, because I want to grow carrots and I don't want them to go like that. So that's what we're doing. So we have to get the spade out and the wheelbarrow out. I do. Kev style. Look at this. Spade. Wheelbarrow. Kev style. It's a simple process. All I'm doing is I get to the point, I'm going backwards and forwards on the ground, which is not overly ideal, but we just grab and I'm scraping off the top. Just a little bit off the top just to make it level. And then what we can do, a little bit further back on that one, is I can adjust it, fine tune it with normal shovels, normal spades, so on and so forth. But I'm trying now, which is why I'm waiting for some bits on the hydro. No, I've not forgotten, but being that we've had this dry weather, what I'm trying to do is get as much sort of digger work done. Let me put that down there. Trying to get as much digger work done as I possibly can, because when we get rain again, which is due according to the weather forecasters next week, this is close to useless, because what it does is makes a mess of everything, turns it into a quagmire, and it'll take me a year or two to get it back. Whereas, as you can see over there where I've been making the tracks, obviously for doing the dam, going hauling timber down, that's hard ground anyway, but it's not making too much damage. So my having to repair next year will be quite easy. But as you can see, I'm playing with this. I'll show you a bit more in a second. Now that I've kind of reasonably flat, let's move that piece of old post out of the way. Come on. What I'm trying to do basically is just scrape the ground. I should, ideally, I've got a grading bucket which is a lot better for the job. I mean, this is a 2-foot digging bucket. So trying to get it, it does the same job, but it's just not quite as tidy as I'd perhaps like it to be. But like I've said, I can potter about and do this, you know, the final touches traditionally with a traditional spade, you know. Right, I'm going to try and cheat now, because this is another way of doing things. Now that I've got, because you should always try and work a digger on level ground. Now that I have it kind of level, or suitable level, I just put the blade down and I'm just pushing. It's not the best way of doing it because this will naturally try and dig down, so I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to balance the blade as we go. I'll give that another pass, and then we've got reasonable ground so I can then build the rest of the raised beds. I will have extra soil. I'm not sure if you can quite see in the camera, but there's the rise up there, so that will get taken eventually. I've got some grass seed, I can get it reseeded, or what I may do is wood chip it all. Not sure yet. But this, I say, trying to reuse as best I can the, I just dug up an old potato. But this will, with a little bit of luck, with just a little bit of luck there, I've got a pass down there to do, and then I shall dig it in, put it in, or leave it in a pile when I've got the next one, so on and so forth. It's quite a simple process, really. And then round out, pick up a bit more, and there you go. And there you have it. No, it's not perfectly level. I'm not that good. But it's level enough for me to work with, or reducing the amount of shovel time involved. Hello, Poppet. Where's the little one? See upstairs? Good girl. So I shall just tidy this up, and then I've got more raised beds, but I'm still going to be working the digger. I'll get some more trees down because I need to get some more down, make the track up there a little bit, and still complete the hydro. Hopefully very soon I'll have some really good hydro news. Been talking to a company regarding batteries, but we shall see. Anyway, that's what I'm doing this morning. There's another stack of timber to come down, which is about the limit for this one, because as you can see down here, and if I zoom in a little bit, the back of the track is practically off the ground. Not this side yet, but that side, yes. And every time I try to track backwards, the back of it goes up a little bit. So I'm having to constantly, every now and then, put the blade down, pull it along. But that's about the limit of the digger in a drag, but it's an awful lot of timber. As you can see by the way this is going up and down like a seesaw, I'm just about on the limit for this, but that's a lot of timber that I am not having to do by hand. As I said previously, I love my digger. And when you are using old roofing sheet, as you can see the profile there, which is normal with the channels, but using it as a gully overflow for the waterfall, you need to make it more flat as to make it a continuous one sheet, because obviously water can get underneath there and you need to try and stop that. Get a hammer, knock it out. Get a metal roller. That's the way to do it. And to adapt and overcome with limited tools. But what we've achieved there is a very near flat, a couple of more passes, and as you can see, especially down that end, it's creating a little bit of a natural curve, which makes for a good gully. We have to do things and adapt things, and we will achieve things. See you next time.